All right, so we're here in this final unit of the Introduction to Writing Studies course. There are so many ways to invent a course like this. I really had to narrow down from dozens and dozens of options, what kinds of projects I wanted you to engage in. In the end, I chose 3 units that, while really different from one another, they help show you the breadth of options, both as a writer and a scholar, including the debates that exist within the field of writing studies, even humanities more broadly. We started this course by entering into the debate over the worth of the humanities, and particularly for many of us, English as a major. And I asked you to take a stand on that debate. I asked you to enter into that conversation. And then we engaged in scholarship around language and literacy by using one of the most intimate research paradigms available, ethnography. Now, we only tiptoed into ethnography because we don't have the time to fully develop, triangulate data. Save that for grad school. But I asked you to enter into and play with the methodologies and in order to generate knowledge yourself. So you're entering into these important conversations with your own information, not just with the secondhand research or what others tell you is true. Now we're going to play even more with a field of writing studies that is gaining momentum really quickly, creative nonfiction. Writing studies and the text produced by writing studies scholars really pride themselves on the expression of content, as well as the content itself. And that's part of the reason why quoting others is a much more common practice in the humanities than it is in, say, the social sciences. In short, words matter a great deal in our discipline. Besides, to be heard by popular audiences, that requires that those words have some melody, some cadence, some style, some attention to the lyrical elements. Make it a pleasure. Make it aesthetic to read your work. And I want you to play with that effort using your own chosen subgenre of creative nonfiction. In this module, we're going to discuss some ethical issues around creative nonfiction. We're going to look at real publication submission criteria, which writers spend a lot of time doing, so that by the end of the next 2 modules, you're going to be submitting work to a journal with a real live audience, with work of your own, something that matters, something that has lyricism, something that is creative in addition to substantial. I look forward to seeing what you produce.